service members' voting rights are protected. It's the same as if they were in Washington State, even though they are in Iraq. They have the right to vote. Part of this presentation, this act deals with active duty members. I'm not going to spend much time on it, but what this is explaining is that a service member doesn't lose their domicile, regardless of if they're sent to somewhere else in the state, in the United States, or if they're sent overseas. If they're from Washington, they're still considered a Washington State resident. They're not required, they can keep their vehicle registered in Washington. They do not lose their Washington residency. And the way military income works is if a Washington National Guard member is deployed from Washington State, considered a Washington State resident, and let's say they're deployed to California, they're not going to pay California income tax, California state income tax. They're going to continue to pay Washington state income tax, which is good. There is none. So that's a benefit there. Unfortunately, non-military spouse's income is not protected by the SCRA. And additionally, state cannot include soldier's income when calculating state income tax bracket, or state income tax. Vehicle registration, I don't think we're going to see much of this. Voting rights, again, voting registration rights remain valid in their state of domicile. In case of a Washington National Guard member, they reside in Washington. They're still eligible to vote in whatever district that they're, or legislative district that they're located in. SCRA rights can be waived. The waiver must be in writing, and for some reason there's a requirement for 12-point height. I don't know why. And it must be executed separate from the original obligation to which it applies, and it must be executed during or after the period of active duty. I don't think you're going to see too many people that want to waive these rights. Here's some additional SCRA protections: reinstatement of private health insurance upon return to civilian life. Once a service member or National Guard member is called to active federal service, they're provided health insurance through the military. There's also a suspension of professional liability insurance during active duty. Let's say that I'm called to active duty. I don't have to as a JAG officer, an attorney, I don't have to maintain my malpractice insurance, but that insurance carrier would be required to suspend it, until I get back and need that malpractice insurance again. Again, there's phase of execution and phase of execution of judgments and attachments. So, in conclusion, the SCRA provides numerous protections and benefits to both National Guard and active duty members, but protection is mostly afforded to National Guard members. And they employ both in deployment and non-deployment situations, whether the National Guard member be called to serve in Iraq or whether they're ordered to serve in Washington State. These protections still apply. And if you have if you need any more information on the SCRA when you're advising a client, please feel free to contact our legal office. You have our number. You can talk to myself or Major Cooper will both be available. The SCRA guys that I provided you are really user-friendly, and they lay things out. So it's pretty easy to find the information that you're looking for.